Okay, this is the actual part that attaches to the motorcycle. This is the L brackets that go onto the frame. And this is the Evo rack. So they have 3 or 4 different options that attach to those L brackets. Here's the L brackets. They're gonna go on this bike here. So it's supposed to attach somewhere around here. Well, let's figure it out. Okay, so these are the 2 brackets. It's the left side, the right side, and they're gonna go on like this. Should be going on here, somewhere like that. Okay, so step 1 is to remove the seat. You want to put your seat somewhere so I don't fall over, because mine fell over already. I got a scratch on that rear seat cover. So these are the P-clips. And flat side out, so it's going to be going like this. Okay, so I was able to get this in here. Basically, they're coming in the flat side through here, and then as close to the bottom here as possible, and then you can just turn it so that the flat side is facing out the way it's supposed to, and then it'll go like that. And then you can face it out like that. Okay, and the same thing on this side. Just put the flat side in from back here, go in, and then twist it around this way. Go in like this. This part goes in first from the back, and then you can just twist it and go to the next step. Okay, so now the L bracket's gonna go in from under the seat, and they go here under the, where the grab handle is, between that and the plastic part. And then you're going to come up here and line it up there, and that's where it would bolt on from there. And then down here would attach to that P-bracket. Okay, so now you have to use an M8 bolt, which there's 4 of them. So they're all the same size. It's going to go there, the top, and you're going to use one of the small washers. So there's 8 that are the same and 2 that are large. So for this step, you're going to use one of these and the bolt to go up there. Okay, so this is basically how it's going to go. You got that bolt there, you have the washer, and then the rack is hanging down here. Okay, and that's going to be a 5mm hex key, Allen key, so you can tighten that up. But right now, just tighten it by hand. You don't want to tighten it because you're going to have to do some fitting still. Okay, so to attach the P-clip to the L bracket, you're going to use another one of those M8 bolts with the thin washer on the outside, and you're going to use this thick washer on the inside with that locking nut. So let me show you. That's going to go here. So on here you're gonna have the bolt with the thin washer, and then when everything is assembled, back here you're gonna have the locking nut and the thick washer on the back. Okay, so that's how it's gonna look. You have the bolt on the outside, thin washer, and then on the other side you have the thick washer, the locking nut. So you still don't want to tighten things too much because we're going to be adjusting things still. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. We have the two L brackets attached at the top here, and we have the P clips attached on the side. Nothing's fully tightened yet, just hand tightened. And down here you can see how this is supposed to be mounted. And my underbody, which I drove over some wet paint on the freeway. Paint can fell out of somebody's pickup truck. Got splattered. Okay, now here I have the Eagle rack that's already assembled. I'm not going to show you how to do this because the one that you get might be different, but basically these are the pieces, and this is how it would look once it's assembled, and then it's going to go like this. So you can adjust the direction of these if you want the rack pointing forward or backwards, and I'll show you what I mean right now. Okay, so to get the rack in here you have to loosen this to get that screw out of the way. It's got two locking nuts here. And you just have to back it up enough for that little post not to go through, so that's enough. Now we're just going to tighten everything down, and that should be it. Oh, I'm going to use a 1/2-inch wrench to tighten the locking nut that's back here, and a 5mm Allen key for the bolts. I don't have a millimeter wrench, so whatever you want to find as close to 1/2 inch in millimeters to work for you. Okay, so now I want to see if that seat's going to fit under there in the forward position. So I think I'm going to have to put the rack on after I put this seat back. I'm missing a screw here. It fell out, so I think I should just go get one and take this out. Okay, so I took the cover off of the seat. Put it back. Okay, so this is why I wasn't able to get that thing in all the way. Apparently one is shorter than the other, which I didn't realize. The long one goes into the L brackets, the short one goes up into the rack. So we'll try that again here. So that's it. That's the rack on the Monster.